When did you first discover that you loved to clean? Well, that's a very interesting question, and we will talk about that today. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, today's show is brought to us by housecleaning360.com, and if you wake up one day and you decide you do not love to clean, you can find a house cleaner that you can hire on housecleaning360.com. All right, on to today's show, which is a personal question, and they wanted to know when I discovered, me personally, that I loved to clean. All right, truth be known. Here's a great big reveal. I'm waiting for that day to come. I'm waiting for the day when I wake up and I'm like, yay, I love to clean, because it has not happened yet. Now, there are things in life that I love to do, and cleaning is not one of them. Now, I don't say that I hate to clean. It's probably somewhere in that area. I mean, I don't enjoy it. And if somebody else came and did it and it was free, like, hey, I would not bat an eye. I would say, sure, clean for free. But the reality is this. I'm good at cleaning. I'm really good at cleaning. When I was a kid, I'm from a large family. There are 19 of us kids in my family. And we had a lot of chores. We grew up on a farm and we had a lot of chores. And working was something we did. And if my parents taught me one thing, it was to have a really strong work ethic. And I didn't know at the time, but that was going to serve me really well for the rest of my life. So, am I good at cleaning? Yes, I am. Did I want to grow up to be a house cleaner? I did not. And when I look at my life and how it's kind of shaped and formed itself and where I ended up, am I where I wanted to be? Okay, well, that's a great question. And there are 2 times of the year that I do some personal reflection. And it's such deep personal reflection, it kind of knocks me off my rocker. And then I'm like, whoa, let me start over again. But it's Christmas and my birthday, because my birthday is halfway through the year. And then Christmas and New Year's is the other halfway through the year. So about every 6 months, I go through the kind of this internal turmoil. And I look at my life from every angle. And I say, is this who I wanted to be when I grew up? The answer is no, it's not. And so I'm not here to say, live your dreams. Because sometimes your dreams will shift. Sometimes you don't get what you want in life, but you get what you need. Now, being a house cleaner is what was in front of me. Back in 1991, I was waiting tables at a restaurant. And one of the girls that waited tables with me started a house cleaning company. And she hired me to come work with her during the day, and then we waited tables in the evening. It was an extra way to make some money. So I started working with her, and I worked for her for exactly 1 day, and then I got fired. And it's not that I wasn't good at house cleaning, I was too good at house cleaning. So there were throw rugs in the people's houses that we cleaned, and she would lift up the rugs and she would sweep stuff under the rugs. And I thought, wait a second, we're getting paid to clean the stuff out from underneath the rugs. Why are we hiding it under the rugs? That's not serving anyone. And so I left. I left at the end of the day, because I kept asking questions like, why aren't we pulling up the rugs and cleaning the stuff instead of hiding more dirt? And it was an unethical practice to me. That's not how you clean. And so I left. We parted ways because my way was not her way and she was the boss. And the next day I started my own house cleaning company because I realized I was good at cleaning just from all the chores and the tasks that I had done at home. This is something I can do. I can start it on a very small shoestring budget, and I can make some extra money to put myself through school so that I can continue to pay my bills and what have you. So starting a house cleaning business was not a business plan. It wasn't a proposal, something that I sat down and I thought through every angle. There were no how-to books that I read. I didn't have a mentor or counselors. I knew nothing about business. Quite frankly, I knew nothing about bonding and insurance and cleaning chemicals and all that other stuff either. There was a lot of trial and error. But I realized there's something in this for me. And as my life progressed, there was still something in this for me. And I woke up one day and I had to make a really hard decision. Do I want to be a house cleaning lady for the rest of my life? And I asked that question, and here's what I came up with. Is there any harm in it? I'm helping people upgrade the quality of their lives. How bad is that? And at the end of the day, if I die, and people have words that they put on my tombstone and it says, she was a house cleaner. How bad is that? I can think of a lot worse professions that I wouldn't want to be associated with. So I cleaned people's houses. I made the world a cleaner place than when I found it. Is that so wrong? And I realized that's not so wrong. That's what's in front of me. Those are the skills God gave me. That's what I know. That's what I'm good at. And so instead of like running from it and saying, I'm halfway through my life and I'm a house cleaning lady. Yeah, I am. I spent my entire life building up to this moment. So I'm going to be the very best house cleaning lady that I possibly can. This is what I've been given. So my question to you is not, are you waiting to love your job? I've never really loved house cleaning, okay? I've never really loved it. It resonates with me because I love living in a clean house. I love what it provides me. I have a lifestyle that is unbeatable by most of my friends that work 9-to-5 jobs, and they have all this stress and they have take-home work and they have all these other things. And I'm living the dream, right? I'm living the American dream, being my own boss, being a homeowner, having all the things I need or want in life. I have a very, very nice life, but it's one that was self-created, okay? And it is brought about by the friends that I have, the relationships that I have, the things that I've attracted into my life, and you can do the same thing. Even if you don't love to clean, right? You can love what the job provides you. And if you love being your own boss and you love the lifestyle it gives you, that's all you need. You don't need to love what you do. And every day people ask me this, well, I'm not following my passion. All right, so my suggestion is change your passion. Be passionate about the reasons why you're doing this. And the reasons why I'm doing it get me up every morning before the crack of dawn. And I pop out of bed and I'm like, yes, I get to start today already. And it's fun for me because I love what I do. Don't love the house cleaning, but I love what I do. I love being my own boss. I love serving other people. I love a clean environment that's full of harmony and joy and peace and organization. I love that, right? I love it. It's a part of who I am intrinsically. So do I love the cleaning part of it, the scouring out sinks with cleanser? Not so much. No, that's just a means to get to the end. So when is the first time I discovered it? I don't know. I don't know that I will ever love cleaning in this lifetime, and that's okay. But I love being a house cleaner. All right, if you found this tip helpful, please share it with one friend. This might make a difference in someone else's life, especially a house cleaner that you know. All right, until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.